In today's video, we're gonna learn how to do the Nivi drape, but with a petticoat like this. This is not exactly a can-can skirt, and it's not a Saree Silhouette. It's somewhere in the middle. If a Saree Silhouette and a can-can had a baby, this is what it would look like. I find that I have never actually worn a saree with the can-can skirt out. Now, I've worn the can-can skirt by itself, but I just feel like if I were to wear that to a wedding, it would be too much. So this is a good medium. It gives you that puffy princess look, but it's not too much. You don't have to worry about outdoing the bride. It's a little bit more fancier and puffier than the Saree Silhouette. So let's get started. If you've never pleated the pallu of a silk saree and you don't know where to begin, don't worry, I got you. This is what you're gonna do. First, you're gonna determine, is this the good side or the bad side? Now you see a lot of thread here, and if you turn to the other side, you see the design. So you know that this is the bad side. You want that to be face up. Super important. You want the rest of the saree to fall to the right side of you. This is the hardest part of this entire process. You're gonna determine how wide you want your pallu pleats, and you're gonna take that first pleat, and that's it. You're gonna do that, and you're gonna lay it down across the saree, and you're going to press that down. This is, I'm telling you, the hardest part, and you're gonna see in a moment how the rest is gonna go, because it's gonna be super easy. So once you're happy with that, you're going to bring the other side to meet this edge that you've created, and you're going to iron it down. So I'm gonna work on the side that I took the first pallu pleat. I wanna fold that part in. Now you're gonna take the edge that you created and bring it to the middle fold that you just created. If you've pleated the saree before, or the folds are in from when your mom draped the saree, then you wanna take that moment to iron out the folds. And then you're taking the edge, again, line up all the edges and iron down. Fold and fold again. Fold it down to the middle. There we go. And once I'm happy with that and it's all straight, I'm gonna iron that down. So once I open this up, you're gonna see line, line, these beautiful lines that are equidistant from each other. Now I need to repeat that on the other side of the saree. Saree face up, saree to the right-hand side of me, and I'm gonna start doing the exact same thing. So take the edge to that middle line that we created and iron down. And I'm gonna take this moment to kind of iron out all of the lines that were there before from when my mom draped the saree. And then again, we're just repeating the process. Fold to the middle line that we just created, and once I'm happy, I'm gonna iron that down. And then I'm going to fold forward, and then iron that down. All right, so now I have lines on both sides, and I can start pleating. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to fold forward on that first fold, and I'm gonna fold back. So easy, so quick, and anyone can do these pallu pleats. I'm gonna repeat this process for the entire saree. So I'll show you one more time. Fold forward, fold back, onto the edge. There's always an edge guiding you on where you're going to iron. So that's why this makes it so foolproof and so easy to do. Once I'm happy with all the pleats, I'm just gonna put a pin in here, and this is gonna allow me to do the chest pleats easily. All right, now to do the chest pleats, I'm gonna put this over the ironing board and really just work to make the pleats as beautiful as possible before ironing it down. You wanna take your time here. You wanna make sure you're really happy with the pleats, because this is gonna go on the front of your body. It's gonna be the part that is front and center, quite literally. So take your time, give it some extra love and care, and spend the time to make it as perfect as possible. Let's start draping. All right, so because there's a little bit more volume in the skirt that we're wearing, we wanna compensate for that, especially since we're draping it exactly how we drape it over a regular petticoat. It's not gonna be like a can-can drape. So I wanna start the drape in the middle of my body. So I'm giving it a lot of space for me to drape the rest of the skirt. Also, because there's a little bit more volume, you wanna put pleats in, micro little pleats in, because there's less volume to cover at the top versus the bottom. So you want to ensure that you're giving enough space for the hem to kind of flow and fan out as need be. So like tiny little micro pleats like so. And then when you get to the other side, I'm gonna put another micro pleat right here. And then just like you would for the regular Nivi drape, you wanna take the pallu, put it around your body, and put it on your shoulder. Because you've done the foundation the way you did, the pleats and the rest of the drape pretty much flow like the regular Nivi drape. I have a video on how I pleat, and I'll link that here. You can check it out. Hip pleats are kind of less important in this drape just because of how much volume you have. So I wouldn't worry too much about hip pleats. You just want to make sure that you're allowing the sari to come across your body like so, tucking it in, and then tucking in the rest of the pleats, shaking them out, making them as neat as possible. And tuck it in as flat as you can, as you normally would. If there's any other extra fabric, you can fold forward and tuck that in. And there you have it. I hope you try out this look. If you're like me and you've always felt like the can-can skirts and the can-can drapes were too much to wear to especially a wedding where the bride is usually in a sari and you don't want to outdo the bride, this is a drape and a solution that I would feel comfortable wearing to a wedding. It's a little different from your regular underskirt, your regular Saree Silhouette. It gives you a little bit more puff, but not too much. The skirt I'm wearing today is not yet launched, and when it is, we'll update this video with the link. But until then, you can find similar solutions, maybe even in your own closet, where you have those langa skirts that aren't too puffy, and you can use that as a underskirt or petticoat instead. Just make sure that it has a drawstring so that you can tie it as tightly as necessary for you to feel secure. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in a future one.